Welcome to The Proof, powered by Africa Check, the continent's foremost fact-checking organization. Today we take you to Homa Bay County, Kenya, where President William Ruto and 47 governors gathered for the 12th annual Devolution Conference. This event, often dismissed by critics as a waste of time and resources, remains an important forum to assess whether devolution, introduced in 2010, is working for Kenyans. Stay with us. Joining me today is Africa Check's Kenya Deputy Editor and Researcher, Makinia Juma. Makinia, it's always a pleasure to have you on The Proof.
Thank you for having me. It's always my pleasure.
Can you give our audience some background details on what we're looking at here, Makinia?
Of course, we are looking at claims made by both Kenyan President William Ruto and the Council of Governors Chair Ahmed Abdullahi in the recent Governors Conference, which is about tracking the progress of devolution. Devolution began in Kenya in 2013. The Kenyan Constitution guaranteed counties a share of national revenue. And over time, this has become one of the most debated aspects of governance. At Homa Bay County, both President Ruto and Council of Governors Chair Abdullahi presented numbers to show devolution is working. So we decided to check if they're correct or not.
Let's start with the president. He claimed that under him, the country has allocated a record 415 billion Kenyan shillings to counties in 2025. Is that true?
This is correct. Let me explain. So under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, Africa Check found that counties were given 415 billion Kenya shillings. It's an all-time high. In 2024, the figure stood at 400 billion Kenya shillings, but it was later cut to 387.43 billion after the anti-tax protests. That means counties are receiving nearly 30 billion more this year.
Also, has devolution transferred a total of 4 trillion Kenyan shillings to counties since 2013?
The Treasury record shows that from March 2013 to June 2024, counties received 3.6 trillion Kenya shillings. Between July 2024 and June 2025, they got 418.3 billion Kenya shillings plus another 229.2 billion in July 2025. By August, the total stood at 4.24 trillion Kenya shillings.
Now let's also look at the claims on eCitizen, Kenya's digital platform for accessing and paying for government services, applying for documents and checking official records as well. The president has said that eCitizen has grown from 300 services to more than 22,000. Is this also true?
So different government reports slightly different numbers, ranging from 21,000 to 22,500 services. But all confirm massive growth, making the president's claim broadly accurate. Basically, all evidence shows steady expansion, with the service count varying slightly across official sources. Publicly available records do support Ruto's figure of 22,000 services, although there isn't a single definite tally.
So what about the numbers on registration? Are more than 14 million Kenyans really registered on the platform?
So as of August 2025, the numbers of registered users stood at 13.67 million. The president figure of more than 14 million was an exaggeration. Publicly available data does not support Ruto's claim of more than 14 million. He may have rounded the number, but saying more, it means we have to rate this claim as exaggerated.
We're going to break now, Makinia, and when we come back, we'll look at one more claim on eCitizen collections and also some claims made by the Councillor of Governors Chair. So stay with us. This is The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Makinia, did eCitizen collections really surge by 1,500% to over 1 billion Kenya shillings daily or 500 billion Kenya shillings annually?
So the Auditor General's report showed daily collection grew from 58 million in 2021-2022 financial year to 276 million in 2024. It's a big jump. but it's nowhere near 1,500%. And while the government has reported 500 billion collected since 2013, there's no public evidence of annual collection reaching that figure. June 2025 figures were not yet out by the time we were publishing our fact check. Because nearly all government services are now on eCitizen, we can't give a verdict without it. We say it's unproven.
Let's also examine the claims made by Council of Governors Chair Ahmed Abdullahi. One of them is that public health facilities over 45% of all in Kenya. Is there any truth to that?
Not quite. A 2025 survey shows 14% of facilities are public, 47% private, 7% faith-based, and 2% NGO-run. So while public facilities make up large shares, they don't cross the over 45 mark. Abdullahi's over 45 figure is not supported by the most recent data. The data shows 43.8% or 44% if we rounded up. Close, yes, but over again stretches the truth.
Thank you, Makinia. Regarding Abdullahi, was he also correct that counties receive only 10 to 13% of the annual budget, with the rest controlled by the national government?
Well, 2025-2026 counties got 415 billion Kenya shillings against a national budget of 4.24 trillion. That's 9.8%, so the governor's estimate is somewhat close, even if his figure is slightly higher than the real figure. So yes, he's mostly correct about that.
And why do counties get such a small percentage of the national budget anyway?
The Kenyan Constitution guarantees counties at least 15% of audited revenue, but the national government has a responsibility for debt repayment, large infrastructure, and other central functions. This means most of the budget remains at the center.
Okay, who actually decides how much money goes to counties?
The National Assembly and the Senate pass the Division of Revenue Act each year. The Treasury releases the money and the control of budget authorizes transfer. The youth-led demonstration against new taxes forced the government to revise the budget. So the Treasury and control of budget confirmed the lower allocation in July 2025.
Makinia, any final words about the claims you fact-checked on the 12th Annual Devolution Conference?
Both leaders highlighted real progress, but also overstated some achievements. Ruto was right about county allocations and transfers, but exaggerated eCitizens users and revenue growth. Abdullahi, on the other hand, was correct about the budget share, but stretched the truth on the health facility numbers. In short, Kenya's devolution has achieved record funding, but the figures deserve a closer scrutiny.
Thank you so much for your time, Makinia. I'll see you again very soon.
Thank you for having me once again.
Well, that's it for this episode of The Proof powered by Africa Check. And if you have comments or a claim you want us to fact check, tweet at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow News Central on our social media platforms. We are at News Central TV. And you can check out our website, www.newscentral.africa. Stay vigilant and stay informed. I'm Blessings Mosugu, standing in for Dashin Usman.